I am McCon told me that. That's peace, prosperity, longevity. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's for the collective. Because that's what we need. You understand? Before we get on here, when we do our lives as readers and things like that, I've been taught by Mother Adna and Governor Simeon Elohim Yehuda that we need to raise the frequency. Because they always trolling us, always gang stalking, always sending negative energy towards the lives. You get what I'm saying? So we got to know how to manipulate and transmute that energy. So therefore, we need to just dance and be okay. And use your mudras, you know what I mean? Even if it's not 432 hertz of music, it doesn't matter. We really want to take the dirty music, like the rap music and the music that you prefer not to listen to because of the violence, and we use our mudras and we flex and we raise that frequency to manipulate that energy and turn it into something positive. We do it to transform it into our own power. You understand? Alright? So, before you get on your lives, for all of my readers and oracles, make sure that you're meditating, doing your proper cleansings and raising that frequency. That's what we need to do. It's time to rise. I mean, they doing it every day in a negative way. So let's take their music, which is our music, and turn it into gold. Because as melanated beings, everything we touch turns into gold. You feel me? See, I never understood the significance of those dance battles. But now that I know about energy and frequencies, I'll dance battle the fuck out of you before I go get a gun and shoot you. You understand? You gonna put a gun in me and I'm gonna be like, you feel me? Woo. Hit you with that power. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. All that motherfucking negative energy, I want you to get in there. We ain't doing all that today. The bullet, it ain't gonna hit me. It's gonna be like the Matrix. We're gonna put that at you understand me? Get all that negative energy. Y'all gotta learn y'all hand signals. You gotta learn how to cleanse. You gotta learn to transmute that energy because you're powerful without their weapons of mass destruction. See, they needed weapons of mass destruction because we ain't need nothing more than ourselves. We are the crystals. We are the weapon. I got so much shit to tell y'all. But anyway, let's get on with the messages. What's up to all my emperors and empresses of planet Ka? Alright, so I had pulled this message out earlier, or whatever have you. And this is a message strictly for the chosen. And as a matter of fact, I'm talking about cleansing and all of that. And even though I did do it before I got on here, I'm going to make sure I do it again. Love and light, love and light, love and light. Please, ancestors of the highest vibration, all my Orishas and my deities and my loas at the highest vibration and only provide protection to aid, protect us all. You understand? As we open up these portals and deliver these messages. Alright? So, my message for you guys today, just to get into it before I give you a little bonus, before I get up off of here. I just want to let you guys know that you are the alchemist, the Power Ranger, the avenging angels that transform base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Didn't I tell y'all that everything y'all touch turns into gold? Contentment, joy, and family fulfillment is your wealth. So your business, action, and new ideas is how you're going to keep that going. Your business, action, and your new ideas is going to give you joy, contentment, and fulfillment, and purpose. Whatever the enemy sends your way that was meant to be bad for you and to stop you in your tracks is the reason why you are the alchemist. Because you transmuted that negative energy and turned it into gold. See, the more they try to stop us, the more activated we become. They give us their energy, and then we get to take their gift as they lose it. Because when you do crazy shit, your gifts get repossessed. Alright? So we got Yosef in the building. He's the ruler of our back. Anytime my back hurts, I'm like, Yosef, come on, bro. Help me out a little bit here. Even though I show gratitude to my higher self, we do have helpers in subtle realms that can give us a helping hand. So anyway, come out of the illusion of being trapped. Because you're limited to what you believe. You have what you say. You know that saying, you are what you eat. You are your thoughts. So if you continue to know that you're free, and if you tell yourself that you're free, and if you know that you are a leader, and if you know that you do not walk around alone in this universe, and that you are backed by the unseen because you are of the royalty bloodline, then get rid of that BS illusion of being trapped. Because if anything, you're free. Because you know who you are. So that makes you wealthy as well. Because your wealth doesn't come from this man-made shit. Your wealth comes from happiness, joy, peace, and uplifting and channeling humanity. Alright? You are a leader. So it's time for you to step into your leadership and to explore. You need to be learning new things so that you can share what you've learned with the world. That's the only way that you will feel content and fulfilled, is if you're helping others and taking care of your family. Right? So it's time to step up and explore. It's exploration time. It's time to how can I say it? Go above and beyond. And it's time to start to do things that you've never done. And it's time to summarize it, chew it up, and spit it out in your own little way, so that your tribe understands it. Not one man can rule the world. If you're here, it's because you're responsible for a group that was assigned to you before you were even born. So step into your power and remember who you are and become that leader. See, you're free because you don't give a shit what nobody else thinks. You're free because you let everything else go. You trimmed off the fat and you learned what self-love is. So now it's time for you to fly, and we are pushing you out of the nest because it's the end game. And you got a job to do. Handle your squad. Small goals. And as a collective, that's how we already won. And that's how we're going to win this shit. You are the exorcist. You better exercise the hell. Exercise the hell out of these demonic beings. You feel what I'm saying? You have the power to free yourself and others from destructive impulses. That's what you were born to do. Stand strong in your beliefs. Step up your defense. Step into your convictions. What's that called? It ain't the time to be a bandwagoner. Stand in your power. Get out of your mind. This is not time to relax. It's time to work hard and handle our business. It's a spiritual war going on out there. We had 3 years to pick a side, right? And it's year number 3. There's no more time. So it's either good or bad, and get down or lay down. So if you're working with the team that has worked to mass murder any human being, regardless of color, race, or creed, hurt children, sell drugs to children, raping children and even adults, animals, orgies, all types of shit. Taking your parts off and rearranging them like you're a human damn Barbie or Ken doll. That's over. Because the messiahs are roaming the earth. And so are the antis. But only those working out of the highest vibration, which is love, are going to win. It's time for us to exercise the hell out of these demons. And put them on Kanye's workout plan. Right now you're riding the chariot of ascension. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. Like I said, you guys are oracles and readers. If you're here. If you're here, we taking them to the O when it comes to that bloodline. And you're of Kemetic descent. You are of Egyptian royalty. You are galactic. And you are connected to the all. You don't subject yourself to a religion or one main religion. Because you've ascended. Beyond and above all of that. Your job is now to fight against discord and dishonor. Your guardians are here. 2 of mine are here right now. One's name is Brooke. One is Bruce. They're actually my twin brothers. They passed when I was younger, but now I know they had a better job. They've been my guides the entire time because they came to me to let me know. We ain't never skip a beat. But I'm just naming 2 of mine. Because you also have your own. And they're going to help you during this ascension. Through any confusion or with any questions that you might have. They're here to give you new insight. And to help you realize things that you haven't realized before. Your guides and your spiritual team and your soul tribe are here to help you out with your new jobs, your new projects, and things like that. So that you can win. And if you're missing a home or car, food, clothing, or anything like that, just know that that time is over. Because you are energetic and career-minded. And during this ascension, we've learned to clean up our lives and to organize. We're no longer untidy and disorganized. Because our outside matches our inside. So if you haven't started to work on your organization, please do. So that you won't be scatterbrained. So that you can make the correct choices that you need to make in order to win. Alright? You are a divine son child. Let's give up playing the victim, because you had to go through everything that you've ever gone through. I mean, even the worst shit. Even if you were held hostage in a basement, smacked with a bag of ice. That shit hurt, right? But you know what? It made you into who you are. It made you grateful for everything that you've ever received, and grateful just to wake up and take a breath each morning, because you know what it's like to have that taken away from you. Or to be made into a victim that made your faith stronger, and that made you count your blessings each and every day, because you know what you never want to go back to. It made you into the fighter that you are, and it's the reason why you made it here today, because you have an important journey. So give up that victim mentality. That was training day. You heard me? Training day. You probably tougher than the whole fucking army that gets paid to train. But you're a part of the galactic army. They're no match for that. Trust me. Trust me. Your calling is way more important and so much more powerful. Divine Sun Child. You are a blessing of the Sun Falcon. You are angelic presence. You have angelic presence around you. Your heart is as light as a feather. And you've made it through initiation. And it's time to activate. There is no miscommunication or misunderstanding anymore. Especially if you made it here today, it's time for you to remember who you are, because you actually have no choice. Because again, like I tell you on every one of my videos, if you ain't on the right side, you might as well lay down and die. I mean, I don't sugarcoat shit. Don't be a fool. But no worries. Like I said, if you're here, you made the right choice. Don't stray. Won't stray. Keep your faith. Keep smiling. And know that you're a superhero. Know that you are who you say you are. Pay attention to your dreams. Lately, I'm sure they've been giving you a lot of messages. Divine Sun Child, you also need to be feeding on sun and moon in order to get your proper messages. In the morning and at night, as much as you can, because you need your batteries charged. See, you have a day job on this earth, and at night when you go to sleep, you have work to do on other realms. So it's important that you feed on sun and moon, and also that you eat the right things. Dr. Sabi wants you to reduce your meat intake, and you want to make sure that you continue to feed on what you educate yourself with too. Make sure that you're always putting yourself on track for continuous growth. Because when you accomplish one thing, it's never over. You're just on to your next mission, which has more goals for you to accomplish, but you're just going on to the next board, which is a higher level. It never stops. You know? So there is no miscommunication or misunderstanding about what your job is here. It's your job to fight. You are a warrior. You always have been. And you've been training for what's been going on here, and for everything that you've been going through and that you've already gotten through already for lifetimes. And anytime you think you want to quit, you already know that you're going to want to start again to win, because you're not a quitter. So there's no reason to quit. Tell yourself and remind yourself what you're doing it for. When you feel like you want to quit, remember the worst circumstances that you were in. When you feel like you want to quit, just tell yourself, quit and die. Because quitting is not an option. Not on this team. Think about it. Every time that you quit anything, you were right at the finish line. And when you look back at it, it makes you ask yourself, why the hell did I quit when I was right at the finish line? I was like right there. So just keep going and know and tell yourself that you're almost to the finish line instead of quitting. Like, start doing the opposite of what doesn't work for you. That's what my girl Gyla, she says it all the time. And see how doing the opposite works. Like, if doing what you normally do doesn't work, if you do the opposite, then it has to work. But anyway, Divine Sunchild, stay true and be in your power. You have to leave things behind that you may have loved more than this world, but if they're at a lower vibration than you and dragging you into shit and dragging your heart through the mud, and if they're going to be the reason why you're dragged to hell, get rid of it. Emotionally disattach from that shit, because it's not worth it. You have a bigger job to do. And if you can get over those things that would turn you into a pillar of salt, then you'll have endless abundance. That's what you get when you cross the finish line. Way more than what you had to give up. What you had to give up is a sacrifice. Just like a college student, if they want to go to college, they might have to leave their hometown and find new friends and maybe work a little bit harder than they did before, but it's all with a goal in mind. Like, hey, I might have to sacrifice, but at least I'll have a career. It works just like anything else. Anything that you want demands sacrifice. It definitely is the zombie apocalypse, and if you're here, you know that already. So if you're having a hard time moving on and emotionally detaching from the things that you love the most, who might not be who they were anymore, tap into that childhood nostalgia, and just remember that sometimes when you lose people, places, and things, you have to tap into the good memories and lose the bad ones. The good memories are your riches, and that will help you get through. Remember who they were, not who they are, because we got a lot of walking people who aren't there anymore. And if you're chosen, then you know what I'm talking about. And that's why, since this is the great separation, where dark is being separated from the light, and at this time the earth is being cleansed, it's not easy at all. It's like a mass funeral without the funeral, and looking at the people that were supposed to be a part of the funeral, or that the funeral was for. So it's kind of confusing, but you have no choice. And I'm sure you've already seen that. So just hold on to your good memories. There's no manual for this shit. You just have to keep loving your heart and faith. And there's just the knowing that we won this war and that everything is going to work out for the best. Stay on the good side of karma. Continue to pay it forward. And I don't even care if somebody tries to unalive you. It won't work because you're protected, but once we forgive people for the most heinous shit, is when the tower comes down. When we forgive them and forgive ourselves, is when karma kicks off. If we hold on to anything negative, you give the enemy our energy, and they thrive off of it until we let it go. And they know this. So it's important that you learn how to let things go and detach from what no longer serves you. You want to hold on to and do the things that make you happy. come out of any illusions that you may be stuck in. See shit for what it really is. Stop seeing things for what you want it to be, because it will get you killed out here in the field, because shit's about to get real. You understand? At this time, you might have to be forceful. This is a continuing battle. So you want to hold on to your strength and endurance. And when people send you negative energy, because that's the job in this war for the opposition, is to make us uncomfortable, is to hurt our feelings. Their job is to do anything to keep us at a low vibration, so that we can't raise the vibration and raise the frequency. So you have to be creative when it comes to transmuting the energy, just like, in the beginning of the video. When I said dance battling works, like, you got to do whatever you have to do to keep your vibration high, because they petty out here, boy. They petty. They messing with people spiritually, physically, and emotionally. So you got to be prepared for all tactics of the enemy. You want to stay prayed and meditated up. You want to continuously count your blessings. You want to practice breathing exercises, regular exercising. And like I said, dancing. Remain creative on how you transmute your energy. Basically, it's easy. Do what makes you happy. Make sure you de-stress. Don't carry any dark energy. Remain the creative, charismatic person that you are. And try to avoid becoming hot-headed just because someone else is. It's your job to do the opposite. And it works. It works. Don't let the enemy turn you, because they are petty. They pulling on heartstrings real heavy. But it's okay. Just know that with the angels and your ancestors, and by you showing gratitude to your higher self and the higher power, nothing can touch you. As long as you keep loving your heart. Yehuda is impressed and touched by your resilience and your courage. That's why you've been chosen. Your ops have been doing voodoo, and candle magic, but since they're doing it from a dirty heart space, and since they're doing it from a lower vibration, because you're so high up there as far as your vibration that you can't even see these haters, I'm just giving you confirmation, letting you know that they're doing shit in the background, even though it can't touch you. Just stay up there so it can't touch you. But they doing voodoo, doo-doo, all that types of fucking candle magic. They crazy. And nobody cares, because you have the ability to call on the power of your soul tribe. Hey, which is the 144,000 plus, and all of their descendants. All those people with hearts as light as a feather are covered under the umbrella and under the sacred sphere of energy and protection. Alright? If you know about sigil work, just know that you can't be F with. If you know about it, help your soul tribe find out about it, and you make sure you keep staying about it. Is you about it? Okay. Just know that Mother Adna and Yehuda Elohim, Simeon, Yehuda Elohim. I call him Emperor Governor Simeon, Yehuda Elohim, and Mother Adna, the intranets, which is really the people who they stole the story from in your Bible. So everything is just about, I ain't going to say that it's all right, but a majority of what you heard is Yehuda's story. So when you hear me say this, people get scared because they never heard of him before, but just know that your Caesar Borgias, Jesus, Echu, is really Simeon, Yehuda Elohim, the mighty lion, and the infinite being that he travels with, his mother Adna. And I'm here to let you know that if you think the Holy Trinity is three dudes, you're crazy. Because if they said that man was made in God's image, or vice versa, however you want to say it, wouldn't it be a man, woman, and child like Bob Marley said? I'm going to leave you with that. I need you to think about that. Okay? But I'm really tired. I'm not editing this video. I'm leaving it raw and uncut. Because like I told y'all, I'm free. Free! So let me stop playing. But I love you, emperors and empresses of planet Kai, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I promise Yehuda that I will get on here a lot more. And for all of you chosen ones, just know that you have permission to use the power of your soul tribe. And just know that if you are a new content creator, just give credit where it's due, and you'll be fine. So I give gratitude to my higher self, and also my ancestors as well. To all my Orishas, deities, loas, and especially my Gede, the generals, my soldiers. I show you gratitude. And I thank you for helping me to get this far. And that goes to all my guys as well. Especially my twin brothers, because they're always around. And my child's father, he's always around too. So I show you guys gratitude as well. And I'm glad I took this path, because I know that I'm never alone. I treat my ancestors like their energy never died, because it doesn't. And that's how it's supposed to be. They want us to forget about where we came from and who took care of us, so that we won't have that extra protection. But I'll never forget.